Baking soda. There's a lot of uses for baking soda, and I know some I didn't know. I've got a bunch that I'm going to show you today. We'll see how well they work. Number one is puts out grease fires. You want to keep a box above the stove in the cupboard just in case you have that little grease fire that sometimes erupts. Next is put one in the fridge. It's good for about 3 months and it keeps your fridge from smelling. Now let's just say that you had heartburn from some of the spaghetti you had last night. Mix a teaspoon of baking soda with water and give it a whirl. Along with that, a little bit of baking soda on your toothbrush, a little bit of water. Really does work instead of toothpaste. In an emergency, I wouldn't use it all the time because it can wear down your enamel over time, so you got to be careful. Now here's the fun one. A little bit of baking soda, maybe about a half a box, maybe a third of a box. And you're going to want to use vinegar. I boiled it there and watch her go. Woo-ha, this is just like making volcanoes when you were a kid. Now you'll know it's done, of course, when you stop seeing all the bubbling and you don't really hear it in the drain. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to wash all that baking soda and vinegar down the drain to make sure it's okay. So a little bit of boiling water in the drain kind of cleans out anything that might have stuck behind. Last night we had fish and chips, so you know if you're cooking with oil on the stove, it tends to go all over the place. So a little bit of baking soda and water helps to clean up everything. Now the only thing is you want to rinse it off with just water when you're done because it still does leave a little bit of a baking soda film. But man, it really does cut the grease. And when you're done rinsing everything off, of course, take a nice dry paper towel or rag and give her a good dry. Well, I had never tried this one before, but it did make sense that it would work. So it's real simple. It's 2 teaspoons of baking soda and a cup of warm water. So I mixed all that together and then we threw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, on high of course. And watch it because it really is hot when it comes out. Just like anything else, you can see the steam coming off that bowl. So I took the plate out, and the plate needed a clean too, so we're going to try that in a minute. I gave it a wipe out, and there was some stuff on the bottom, and boy, it came right off without any effort at all. So I thought, well, while I got the nice hot baking soda water, I'll give that a clean with the plate. And you know, it came out a little streaky, so I gave it a dry to see what would happen. And it came out even more streaky, so I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, see how it comes out streaky? So it went into the sink and I just washed it regular. Now, let me ask you, who doesn't have problems getting that damn plate back in the microwave? I swear 9 times out of 10 it just never goes in on the first try. So this one seems pretty straightforward. Some baking soda, some water, and a little bit of dish soap all mixed together. I guess into a paste. I mean, mine was a little more liquidier than I would have expected, but you know, it's supposed to help with getting rid of grease and what you have you. So guess what I have? I've got a frying pan of mine that the bottom is really scorched. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to spoon some on. And we're going to see how well this stuff actually works. So as I'm scrubbing, I'm finding that not a whole lot's happening with it. And I scrub a little more and still nothing happens. You can see it kind of gets pasty. So then I got the brilliant idea, why don't I just try steel wool and see what happens? Well, that didn't do any good either. So I rinsed it off and I thought, well, let me give it a try. So I still had some left. I poured it onto the frying pan, and then I thought, well, that's not enough. made a quick batch, and I poured all that on, and then I kind of moved it around, and then I thought, let's let this sit. Maybe that's what I missed. So sit I did. "20 minutes later, we'll give it a try. You can see it's really pasty. I really had high hopes with this one, so don't forget this is just a paper towel, and really nothing's going on. So I thought, hey, it sat for a while. Let me try steel wool. I gave it a rinse, and if some came off, I guess if I scrub for about an hour, it might come clean. Now we're going to try vinegar instead of water, so it gets all foamy. I've really got some high hopes with this. It looks like it's going to work a little better, react with the grease. So we spread it all out, and we're going to let this sit for a little while and try again. So this is 30 minutes later. You can see it's nice and pasty. So I've just got my paper towel. It doesn't look like anything's coming off. So of course I'm going to try it. Since it sat for a half an hour, I'm going to try it with steel wool too and see what happens. Okay, I give up. This just is not working. Boo! So I'm pretty well given up on cleaning the frying pan. There you go. A little bit's come off, but not enough to make it worth your while. So the next thing is stains from plastic bowls. What a pain they are. So I pulled one out of the cupboard. I made a mix of baking soda and water and a little bit of soap, and we're going to give it a try and see if we can actually get some of that really baked on, been there forever stain. So I was a little impressed because a little bit came out, but not much. So I got this brilliant idea. I'd had a clean one in my cupboard, so I went into the fridge and got some leftover tomato sauce from spaghetti, threw it in the microwave for a couple minutes, and there you go. If you look, you can see that it is stained. There you go. It's kind of red now. It wasn't there before. So we're going to try this one and see if it works. So I mixed up like a half a batch, and I threw it in the plastic bowl. And we gave it a swish, 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 swish. And don't forget, this was microwaved on. And you know what? It kind of worked. I was impressed. It really did come off. So this next one seemed like a no-brainer. Cleaning your sponge out, your kitchen sponge. It's a liter of warm water and 4 tablespoons or teaspoons of, I think it's tablespoons, I can't remember. It's not really important, of baking soda. Give that all a mix. Give it a good mix, and then just chuck your sponge into the mix and let it sit for, mine sit for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes has elapsed, and we dump out the mixture. We give our sponge a little rinsey poo, and you know what? It really did neutralize any odor that might have been in that. Speaking of deodorizing, you can use it in your shoe. Just sprinkle a little bit on there. Gets rid of the smell. Oh boy. You can also use it on your carpets. Now the only thing you got to watch with your carpets is vacuuming it back up. Some vacuums aren't powerful enough. So you can also use baking soda in a mixture for mopping. And you just use a bunch of water, a little bit of baking soda, and whatever else you want, a little bit of soap maybe, and let it go, and that'll clean your floors. Now I also tried it in my bathroom sink as a cleaner, and so same mixture, baking soda and water. You can see it's a little pasty, so gave it a scrub. I even tried it on my fake chrome for the taps, just to see if it would shine it up a bit. A little rinse, and I'll tell you, it seemed to work pretty good. I was impressed. It gave it a nice shine. Even the fake chrome seemed to look really shiny. this one seemed awful neat to try. So it's baking soda in boiling water, and on the back element I've just got regular water. So we're going to put our eggs in and we're going to do a hard boil on them, and we are going to see whether there's a difference between peeling. The pot on the left had the hard-boiled eggs with just water. So, you know, I peeled them. They'd been sitting in cold water for about 3 minutes. And it peeled like I would expect a hard-boiled egg to peel. So, of course, once I'm done that, now I've got to try the one with baking soda. So we give them a tap on the sink and we go to peel it. And lo and behold, it really does peel a little better. Not huge, but better. This one, it's supposed to make spaghetti turn into big, thick Ramen noodles. You know, the ones you get in the restaurant and with their soups and that. They're huge. Well, if you boil up pasta, specifically angel hair spaghetti, it's supposed to get super thick. So I tried it there, and it was, after 10, 12 minutes, nothing. So I tried a second batch with more water and less noodles, hoping that would do it, and I cooked it for a good 20 minutes. Nothing. They were slightly bigger, but you know what? Not much bigger. I was very disappointed with that. And here's the two of them together. I strained them both. On the left is the one for 20 minutes, on the right is the regular, and you don't see a whole lot of difference. Next up is using baking soda to clean your produce. You come back from the grocery store and you've got fruits and vegetables, some water and some baking soda, give them a good wash. Should be good to go. Just make sure when you're done you rinse them off with some more water. The last idea, which is the first idea that got me to this video, is cleaning your oven. Now, my oven cleaner, the can broke, couldn't use it. Middle of the night, well, late at night, it was 9 o'clock. Didn't want to run out to the store, go online and see what there is. Lo and behold, there's a simple solution. Baking soda, dish soap, and a little bit of water into a paste. I think you can use vinegar too, it would work. Put it in the oven. You let it sit for 2-3 hours. Clean it all off. Then you rinse everything off with water. You got yourself a nice sparkling oven. It really did work. I was most impressed. So that was kind of the inspiration for doing this video. So, what do we know? Most of the ideas I tried worked, and they worked fairly well. Cleaning your frying pan, not so good. I wish it did, but it didn't. Making ramen noodles, not so good. That also didn't work so well. The rest worked well. So I hope you learned something from this. I really hope you'll try a couple of the ideas that maybe you haven't heard of. And if you do, leave me a comment. Let me know how it worked out. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd sure like it. And if you haven't hit that notification bell, why don't you do that? Because what it'll do is every time I upload a new video, it'll tell you one's ready to go. I usually upload them on Thursdays. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.